Hoops here. Coach Holt.
Coach Diggs.
Coach Gibson.
We're here back at it again, North Meck Invitational. It's going to be a good one. I want to thank Coach Baker for inviting us, giving us the schedule so we can talk about it a little bit. Last time we were talking about the Cox Mill, which had a great event, and then now we're going to this North Meck League. Make sure you check out the last Unseen Fire with Coach Diggs.
Check me out.
Check that out. That was a good episode with Kirsten. Kirsten was a great person to have on there. She's a standout athlete. So we're going to get to it. A lot of big teams in this. I didn't write down all the teams, but I will have a list somewhere on this picture, this video, of the teams, and we'll get to it from there. So we're going to start out with some teams to watch. One of y'all want to start it off?
I'll start out with South Meck, not because I've been there I was there for a while, but I'm excited to see how they adjust without their star Sonali Moss, and see how their second star was Anastasia, growing to that leader role and what they have coming in. I know they have Cameron coming in from United Faith this year, and that's going to be good for them as well. So I'm excited to see them and see what they do, see if they can uphold that South name.
Myself, I'm looking forward to watching East Lincoln. That's a team that I seen in the UNCC Charlotte camp. They won 28-2 last season. They returned three studs, double in Madison self. So East Lincoln is a team that I'm looking forward to seeing. I'm also interested in seeing Salisbury High School state champion, returning a lot. Kyla Bryant senior year, different perspective for her. So I'm interested to see how they're going to come out and compete too.
Sure, I like that one because especially with Janisha Huntley leaving, I want to see how the team really comes back and put themselves into that mix. The team I got, I want to go with the hosts. I mean, North Meck was a beast of a team last year. Those guards were amazing. I know they're dealing with a couple injuries, so just seeing how Jocelyn Gritter comes back for her sophomore season and see if she's grown. I've watched her play some in AAU, so I think she's been pretty good so far. And Boston, she's been really good. So they got a lot of good pieces there. I want to see how good they will be during the summer. One other team I got is, of course, Lake Norman. Lake Norman, I think, is a favorite to win this 4A state championship. I don't want to say it too early, but they have a really good chance. I think it's really this year is their year because the senior got good sophomores, good juniors. They'll be a solid team this year. So games to watch. Who want to start it off? We got a couple games to watch because this is a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
That's a lot of games,
event.
Coach.
That is a lot of games. Then you have the tournament, which will be on Thursday. The tournament, I'm going to try to be there all day for that because that might be a one to watch.
Yeah, definitely. Coach, I don't mind starting
you
it
can
off.
Start it off.
I'm going to start it off on my Monday's game, which is the
Uh-huh.
first game of the day. Like I said, I like East Lincoln. I got a chance to watch them. Very fiery, competitive. Myers Park, we've been able to watch them over the years. I'm ready to see them take that next step up. They're obviously a state contender.
Yeah.
They're returning a lot. Mia Zeres, she's out here and she seems a little more hungry right now. So I'm anxious to see what that looks like. First game in the morning at 8:45.
Yeah, for sure. Mia Zeres, I'm getting it right. Coach Dillard made sure to correct me on that, so I appreciate Coach Dillard. Who you got? What's one game you saw that?
Of course I want to see Lake Norman. Kirsten, she's going to ball out. You know, we had that conversation on Unseen Fire. And they're actually going against South Meck. So, I mean, I'm excited to see how South Meck can, you know, compete with them, knowing that, you know, Lake Norman is one of them top teams and how they're going to adjust to this so early, you know, with the kids still trying to get a bond together and things like that. And Lake Norman already having that bond. But I think that's going to be a tussle. It's gonna be a tussle match, but yeah, ready to see it.
Yeah, I think that's going to be really one of my games to watch, even though I'm not going to mention that one. But just, I've been watching South Meck during this summer, the videos and clips they've been posting. They've been playing some type of competition. They went against Providence Day, they went against 101 Prep, which is high-level competition. And like you said, the addition of Cameron Williams, that gives them size, but also freshman Gabrielle is going to be big. She's two Gabbies. Okay, I know the.
Gabby Pfeiffer.
Oh yeah.
Gabby Pfeiffer is definitely a beast.
She's had some growth this summer.
Oh yeah,
I like what I saw.
Gabby Pfeiffer. I watched some of her other. She's a nice guard.
Okay.
And then of course Betsy Burnett. She's going to be a big addition because she was huge for Garinger last year. So her transferring to South Meck is a big addition for the South Meck Sabres. But my game, I'm going to go a little different. I'm going with Ardrey Kell versus Cox Mill. And I think this will be a good game because it's not like they're big teams to where you may be like, oh, well, they're one of those 4A state title contenders. But both teams have solid guard play. Ariana Perry was really good at the Cox Mill shootout. And then Molly's going to hoop. You know Molly's going to hoop. So that's going to be big for them as well. I think that'll be a really good game. And, yeah, that's the one I got. I got North Meck versus East Lincoln, too. That'll be a big one, too.
All right.
Any other games y'all got?
Man, I like Tuesday's schedule as well, and Wednesday. Tuesday has the North Meck and Myers Park game, which I think would be a big chippy. We were all just looking at the playoff game last year, so somebody's going to play with a little chip on their shoulder. I like two matchups on Wednesday with Salisbury and Lake Norman, two big-time guards. I also want to see Ashley Shaw get down with some big-time guards.
She's going to do her thing.
Shaw going to do what she do.
Right.
She plays Salisbury on Tuesday. That's going to be a good game. And then I got AK and South Meck, them two being right across the road from each other. Big time competitors. I'm interested to see them start a rivalry we probably going to see for a few years.
So,
So definitely, those just quite a few games that we want to see. Lake Norman and Hope will have a good backcourt game. So it's quite a few games that I just think, man, a must see. That are going to be highly competitive games.
And I agree with you on that North Meck and Myers Park game. Myers Park bringing back a lot, so well, North Meck is as well. So that's going to be a good competition game for sure. And you know, AK and South, I was at both schools. I know what they could bring. So you know, that's going to be super exciting knowing they're rivals every year, every game. Doesn't matter what year it is, they always rivals. So that's going to be really good to start off the season.
For sure. Coach Rory is going to have her team ready, even though it's summer league. She's going to have them prepared. She's going to have them playing hard. And then Coach Clark, who's the new head coach at South Meck, congratulations, does a really good job of getting his players invested. So I think that'll be a really good game. Even in summer, that's just a really good game. And then, of course, they'll see each other again when it comes to the school season. So I think I got Myers Park again versus Cox Mill, and then I had South Meck versus Hickory Ridge. Hickory Ridge is one of those teams where they're going to be like right there. You're not going to just blow them out. They're not going to back down from you. Cherie Gidney, you know how she's going to get down. She's going to be physical. And then Alyssa Lewis is going to I'm looking at this three-point line, and I'm looking a couple steps behind it. That's where her range is. So if you don't get her coming across half court,
it's a wrap.
You might have a long night. For sure. She's having a really good summer. Watched a couple clips of her at AAU. I think she's really growing into what she wants to be. And Erica McClary, the point guard at Hickory Ridge, has been really good.
Young kid coming up.
She's going to be good. She's definitely going to be good. So, a couple players to watch. We are missing a lot of players already, but just a couple players to watch that you may see.
Curson for sure. Watch out for Curson. Also Anastasia from South Meck as well. She had an amazing year last year, and people wasn't looking for it. People wasn't looking for it when she came out and showed out. They didn't know who she was. So I'm looking forward to seeing those two players, especially Molly as well from AK, see how they, get better and growing with their team.
Right. I can go. First, I'm gonna say Cameron Williams. I think in the public school environment, she had a year to grow. She was at South Meck, went to United Faith, had a monster of a year, and then coming back to South Meck, I think the growth between the 2 years will show. She's had games where she had 28 points, 20 rebounds, just simply off her God-given talent and her effort. But I think she's going to be really good for South Meck. Then I'm going to go with Myers Park, Mia Zares, Jaron Truesdale. I like that combination along with Reese Wilson. They're going to be really good. I know I'm missing Salisbury. Kyla Bryant is really good, but I want to see what Haley Dalton does. Coming back for another year, I think she'll be really good for them.
Okay.
Got you. I'm going to start with Salisbury. They have another kid named Michaela Noble, who was a sophomore last year. 5'11" wing. I'm interested to see how her game grows with that big body of hers. I also got a kid named Haley Mcfadden, plays for East Lincoln, 25 kid. A power forward, another big body that, those bigs are scarce to find around.
Right.
Also, Tamiris Daniels, Jocelyn Harris. I like that backcourt.
Yeah.
Mariah Fullenweiler that plays with them. All three can score. And then Reagan Alvino from Cubberson. Her senior year, she's always been able to fill it up. Always been able to, she's been on her grind for years. So I'm interested to see how she gets to carry the torch. This season for Cubberson, being a 4-year starter, and seeing how she gets to carry the torch.
And Amanda Sacato for Cubberson. I want to say I said that right. The big for Cubberson is usually pretty good. But one kid we did not mention, and I want to make sure we mention her, Jocelyn Gritter. Jocelyn Gritter at North Meck is going to be. Jocelyn Gritter is definitely one of those ones that you want to make sure you keep an eye on. She scores so quick, and she's getting, like last time we saw her during high school, and she was kind of like frail, but now her body is like to where it's physical, solid, like she's been in the gym. So just watching her play during the summer, I got to see her versus Team Curry. She was on a team where she didn't really have much talent around her, but she held her own versus those good guards with Team Curry. So definitely want to see her. So I didn't get a chance to write down the pools.
Definitely got you, Coach.
You got those pools for me.
Got you, Coach.
All right, let's go. Bloopers. All right, so we got 3 pools. In Pool A, you got East Lincoln, Myers Park, Cubberson, West Rowan, North Meck, Coxmell, and North Iredale will take West Rowan's spot on Wednesday, but it's Wednesday only. Pool B, you got West Charlotte, West Cabarrus, South Meck, Ardrikell, and Hickory Ridge. And then Pool C, you got Butler, Lake Norman, Hopewell, Salisbury, and Central Cabarrus. Haven't really talked about Central Cabarrus much. Or Butler. Butler, I think if Brooklyn Saunders and if Jayla Scott is playing, that makes a big difference.
Different team.
That's a different team. That's 2 different teams if you got Jayla Scott playing. But Pool A, who y'all got?
Oh, I'm going to go with North.
Okay.
I'm going to go with North in Pool A.
I like that. I ain't mad at it. I'm going with
Yeah, you say you going with the whole team?
All right, so I'm going with the whole team.
However,
if they have those injuries, it's hard to go with them just because of the simple fact that if Nevaeh's hurt and De'Ara's hurt, that's a tough 2 to be out. So I'm going to go with Myers Park because I know they have their full team and nobody's injured. And with Mia Zares running the 1s and 2s, you can't really count them out. So I'm going to go with Myers Park and Pool A.
okay.
I'm also going to jump on that North Meck train.
Okay.
It's the other pieces that I know are there that I got to see at UNCC. They had Malia Pelham, who really affects the game on the defensive side of the ball. They added Chelsea Rivera, who can shoot the ball pretty well, get to the basket. So even though they lost some pieces, Boston Bates came back, and by the second game, she was back to normal, putting up buckets, doing what she do. So I think North Meck's going to surprise some folks that first day. They're going to come out of pool A.
All right.
Okay.
So we got North Meck, Myers Park. East Lincoln's going to be really good in that, so don't count them out.
Trust me.
And don't think Cox Mill's not going to compete. So
Definitely.
just make sure you're looking for them. I don't know much about West Rowan, but I look forward to watching them. Pool B, that's the West Charlotte, West Cabarrus, Arden-Kell, Hickory Ridge, and South Meck.
I'm going with South.
Okay.
I'm going with the Sabres. And also, I forgot to mention, they do have Maggie Help, which is, she's a sharpshooter.
Sharpshooter.
I coached her since she was a freshman.
Yeah.
So I know what she can do. She got way better and quicker with her release. She can knock that thing down.
Yes.
So y'all better watch out for Maggie.
Okay.
She's taking right under her sister Katie with that same sharpshooter.
Oh, yeah. Who you got, Coach?
I'm going with West Cabarrus. You know, adding Ashley Shaw to a team that was already just gritty with Jay Clowney at the point guard. She's definitely coming into her own. I think they're going to definitely dominate that pool. After they get going, they had a good junior as well. We haven't seen much of them, but I definitely keep up talking to Coach Talonda. I know they're having a good junior, so I'm looking forward to them taking pool B.
Okay. I think I'm gonna go with Hickory Ridge. I like, this is one of the ones that I feel like is kind of balanced.
Underdog.
This is a balanced group to me.
Okay.
Like,
okay.
and it's not really super top heavy. Like, I think North Meck and Myers Park are kind of top heavy for the Pool A, but Pool B, West Cabarrus, Hickory Ridge, and South Meck, all because they're not really, like, it's no star. Ashley Shaw is a star, don't get me wrong, but it's not like a
Everybody
dominant player where you can just like take over. So I look at Hickory Ridge and I look at with Cherie Guinea, I know what she's gonna do inside, and Alyssa Lewis and Erica McClary, and then Coach always has them putting pressure. So I wonder with South Meck, like, will they pressure those young guards that they have? And then West Cabarrus, Ashley's going to do what she does, but then how's everybody else going to respond?
Right.
So I'm going with Hickory Ridge for Pool B. So that's 3 different teams for Pool B we got. So I like that. That means it's even. All right, last pool, Pool C. Butler, Lake Norman, Hopewell, Salisbury, and Central Cabarrus.
I mean, is it obvious? Like, Lake Norman. Just speaking of cursing on the last Unseen Fire, which Coach Diggs, just seeing where her mind is, what her goals are, and when I seen her playing the last summer tournament, she did amazing. I didn't even know who she was like that, but besides Coach Holt messing up her name, but yeah, she's there, man. She's ready for it all. I mean, if she got to put the team on her back, she will. So I know they're going to get down. But, I mean, I ain't going to count out Butler either. If Shayla going to be there, it's going to, you know what I'm saying, they're going to be up there too. So I ain't going to count them out just yet. We just got to see, you know, what she's going to do this year as well.
What you got?
Man, that pressure's on, man. That pressure's on.
Yeah, it is.
I love what Lake Norman's been doing.
Yeah.
I love Coach Mackenzie Graham. I love everything about what they got going on. I'm gonna have to go with a dark horse in that pool. I'm gonna go with Salisbury.
Salisbury.
I'm gonna go with Salisbury.
Okay.
You know, I'm good friends with Coach Bryce. Kyla Bryant, I understand where her mind is right now. It's the only conference that had 3 player of the years in that one conference. She's out to prove that I'm not only one of the best players in my conference, but one of the best players in the state.
I know that's
and
right.
I think the kid is looking for this first opportunity this week. So knowing that, I'm thinking they come in hungry and aggressive.
Yeah.
And I think they can win the pool. Now, we were talking about Thursday and having to get through that tournament. But I definitely think that they have what it takes to win the pool.
For sure. I mean, I can't count out. All 5 of these teams are really tough.
Right.
Like, Central Cabarrus is one of those teams where you may not hear much about them, but they play good. Coach does a really good job of getting his players to get everything out of them. Right. And then Hopewell, guard-heavy team, but them some good guards, especially Jocelyn coming back. That makes them a lot better. Tymaris is there.
They have a big girl that we will be talking about after this week. I tell you that.
After this week?
She's 6'4". Her name is Jaja Fry. Sensitive kid. I watched her come in the game at about 5 rebounds. Instantly affects the game on both sides of the ball.
Jaja, you 6'4"?
Right.
Yeah, so,
What's up?
Definitely.
You talk.
Right.
Definitely. So I think they're gonna be really, really good and surprising.
Yeah.
You just don't know which group of kids will show up, but when they do show up,
That's
they can
it.
play. So
What you say, Coach?
I'm
6'4",
going with
6'4"?
Lake Norman. Yeah, 6'4", 6'4". You know, we could talk with 6'4".
Right.
But I'm going with Lake Norman just for a simple fact. I feel like they have more experience. Kirsten is always going to do what she does. Addie does a really good job of doing a lot of stuff for her team. And then the two Sheehan sisters are amazing for them.
I still feel bad for leaving her out the last.
I do too. Like, it was really bad. Like
That
that's.
kid can go.
I don't think Lee is back yet, but when she's back, they're a totally different team. They just get better and better. But they have a good depth on their team, so I'm really going with them because of their depth and because they have pretty much the best player in Kirsten Lewis. I mean, when you can be her, it's like, well, what else can we do?
Right.
So now we're going back.
Okay.
Thursday,
Way back.
you got two teams that you think that could be in the championship.
Oh, yeah. Come
Two
up in here.
teams that you think will be in that championship Thursday night. That's a lot of games played. You gotta think of fatigue, long days, because I mean you're starting in the morning.
Yeah.
You're starting at like 8 o'clock
o'clock.
in the morning. You may not end until like 9 o'clock at
I
night.
ain't even brushed my teeth yet.
Right. So we got a long game. So give me two teams that you think will be in the championship game. Coach Diggs, you want to start off?
All right. The pressure's on.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm gonna go with Lake and Myers Park. I'm gonna do Lake and Myers Park.
Okay.
Lake and
I like
Myers
that
Park.
one.
I like that too, man. I'm definitely gonna go with Lake Norman, and I like East Lincoln.
East Lincoln?
I like them on a Thursday, all day, tough-minded team. I mean, like I say, I got a cheat code. I got to see them in UNCC.
Yeah.
They are gritty.
Cheat code.
Yeah, they are gritty defensively. They dominate the boards. They were turning all three power forwards that averaged double figures last season. So if you don't figure out how to box out and get them reboards, you're gonna be one and done all day.
Right.
I agree with that.
That's right.
Okay. I'm going West Charlotte. Let's go.
Oh.
Nah, much love to West Charlotte. We didn't really talk about them a lot.
You want them too?
No.
Oh.
But shout out to West Charlotte. Coach Reggie has some young girls on that team, man. They are really young. But I don't think they're gonna make the championship of this. But I'm going with
North.
Lake Norman, and I'm gonna go with North Met.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with North Met. Lake
That'll
Norman
be
versus
good.
North Met. I think that North Met will find itself just being able to get past people just off of talent. They have a lot of talent over there. North Met's a hotbed for talent. And I think that they'll be in the championship game against Lake Norman. So I'm going with Lake Norman to win it.
Going for Lake.
You
I
going
got
for
Lake.
Lake too?
I got
Okay.
Kirsten. Kirsten.
I gotta see Coach Graham cut up, so I'm going against it.
Okay.
I want to see
Okay.
her coach with that chip on her shoulder. I love it when she brings the smoke.
Yeah.
You know, we love to see these kids. They go and get it, and I think attitude reflects leadership. So,
Yeah.
you know, I think East Lincoln's gonna bring it. They got a fiery coach. Coach McKenzie is a fiery coach.
Yeah.
I just think East Lincoln gonna be the dark horse that year.
This is an add-on to what we were going to talk about this. But my surprise team to win it, I'm going with West Cabarrus.
What's the bear?
Definitely.
I
I
like
could
that.
go with West Cabarrus.
I like that.
There's a
I
few
like
dark
that.
horse teams.
Mhm.
Man.
I like that.
I think that obviously any of them definitely have a chance. West Cabarrus definitely, like I said, they've been having a good June low key. So I'm looking forward to just seeing how Thursday plays out. It'll have that AAU feel. So most of these kids, I'm looking forward to just seeing how they come out. So ready to see it. I'm
Oh
ready
yeah,
for it
for
to get
sure.
on.
This league is really good.
This is a very good
I
one.
don't think a lot of people understand. I've been going to it for a couple of years, just like because I love basketball, and the fact that we've missed it for the last, I think, last 2 years, is just crazy. Because last time you had people like Jessica Timmons.
Man, this thing is legendary.
Yeah.
Man. 16th year again.
Shoot.
Shout out to Coach Baker's 16th one.
Samaya Suffering was in the last one.
I've been
Tough
blessed to
Mallet
see.
Creek, they was tough.
Man, I've been blessed to see the last like 8 of them, man.
Yeah.
And I can say that like, you know, we are getting into the expectations of it, but every year this event brings out the rising stars.
Yep.
Like, so I'm expecting to see a lot of the 2026 kids show themselves. This is the event where I think they get acclimated and comfortable with being with the teams all the dream, and you start to see them. I mean, Samaya Suffering and Kyla Bryant. I'll never forget their freshman years. By this time, this event, that game, and I mean they're both the stars, 30 plus. And I mean it just had us talking all the way till the season started. So
and that's what it's gonna be. I mean, you're gonna get that Gatorade chatter, like that cooler chatter, because everybody's gonna be talking. Like this is the time. Like I haven't seen a lot of the upcoming freshmen. I know a couple of them just off the name alone, but I haven't seen them actually in action, and this would be a great time to see them. So appreciate everybody. I think this is a good thing. Go out there to North Meck. Starts Monday all the way to Thursday. I'm going to be there every day. Not even try. I'll be there every day.
Is.
Not the whole time though. I'm not going to be out there the whole time.
be in the building.
But I'm definitely going to be in the building, especially for those big games. So if you see us, come talk to us. We don't mind talking. If you want to talk some basketball, you want to think, man, we Lake Norman bias. Tell us.
Right.
Even though we're not, but
let us know.
it is what it is. So we appreciate everybody. BallHer Hoops. Yeah. Oh.
Gang.
I should have shouted out their little live stream.
Huh?